Welcome back to the waiting list, the only podcast with one viewer who we still don't know who you are!
Please
Oh, wait,
comment! We will simp for you.
We will. I will personally simp for you.
Me
Fucking
too.
thief.
I mean, if you're saying no to that, then you must be crazy.
Yeah, or very straight. Anyway, where we last left off. The party, while still reeling from the death of Naturalis Aeternum, was, before they could catch their breath, was urged on to continue moving by Malon, claiming that it was still not safe and they needed to keep moving. After a bit of moving, the party stopped again and began deliberating over what had happened. While this was happening, Cyril received a vision of a very familiar woman bound in chains, held aloft by her wrists in metallic cuffs. And just as soon as he saw her, he was back, and with a blood-curdling scream, brought back into the normal world. After this, Malon again urged everyone to continue moving, saying that that scream could have been heard. And after a lot more travelling, they finally settled down to have a quick rest. The party coming across now a male dragonborn of a black hue. This being Tereth Adathar. He led the party towards his destination, that being the Underdark, and the party witnessed a long line of treants, all carrying large boulders, lumbering towards a camp. Sneaking past and scaling up part of the mountain, the party found a safe place to rest and found an area to look down upon this camp. The party noticed that the treants seemed to be helping humans, or what looked to be humanoids, which was very strange, as treants are often considered rather impartial to them as of men. So as the party settled down after looking over a few things, Malon, using this time to try to find the homeland of Naturalis, Tereth snuck off, meeting with a drow prince in the Underdark. He spoke with and found out that there is a lot going on in the world of both the Underdark and surrounding this mountain. That this group has been around for a while, and they managed to remain underneath the Drow's radar after being declined by the king of the Drow for aid. After learning of this, Tereth was urged to, if these people would help, then they could use all the help they could get. As Tereth returned, morning came, and the party made their way off to the homeland of Naturalis to partake in a funeral of elven custom. After which they returned, and Tereth again returned to the Drow Prince, and again met up with the party, and they decided on what they would do. The party decided that they would trail these treants, and that they would find out where they went and what they were doing. That the party had decided on using invisibility magic and shape-changing magic to stay undetected. And that is where we last left off. You were all moving towards, Tereth, you would have, I'm assuming, would have taken them to an entrance into the mountain. And you were all about to enter, trying to follow the tracks of the treants now, as most of everything has been packed up within the hour that you all were all at the funeral for Naturalis. Everyone here who has, who does not have dark vision, you currently have, I believe, let me look at the spell again.
Yeah, it was an hour of dark vision.
Yeah, it's an hour of dark vision, yes. I may have misspoken on the distance though, because I wasn't reading it directly. 60 foot.
I assume panthers have dark vision.
Do they?
It doesn't say, but like knowing what they are.
Yeah, knowing what panthers are, I'd imagine that they would.
Yeah.
We'll say they do just for brevity and...
Wait, so who did I make invisible then in the end?
Flip a coin, pick one. Rory or Mistral, either or.
Okay.
No,
I
you
know it
did
doesn't really matter,
Mistral
but
and
yeah.
John did me.
Okay.
Okay then. Well, the party now following behind this small cat-like creature that was Malon. Do you do anything?
No, I guess we just follow him.
Okay.
I mean, I'll look around, but like...
Well, at the entrance to this cave, it is a smaller entrance near the larger entrance, which now you see the large, sort of towering pillars of stone and wood have been sort of pulled in towards the entrance. They're still there, but they are in further, and you don't reckon you could easily get through them. So, finding a separate way around, you all enter into this strangely... Well, this strange cave. It's... Immediately you're taken by this immediate slant downwards. It takes this sort of winding tunnel you see before you, all at a very decent angle. You all have to sort of make sure your heels are firmly planted downwards to make sure you're not falling forwards and slipping down. It looks very generic, lots of stone, not much else colour. And you continue walking along it and trying to find a way to find the different... Well, the tracks of the treants, as you had to take a separate route. This is about the time where Tereth, you hear in the back of your mind a voice say, "Would you have any ideas on where they would have went? We are practically going in blind."
I will try and respond in my mind. What? Is there anyone around?
It's a familiar voice, and everyone's with you.
I mean,
You're in the group.
We're in the cave, right?
Yes. Not necessarily in the Underdark yet. You're sort of near, quite close to the entrance, sort of scaling downwards.
I'm gonna kind of stay quiet. I'm gonna walk to Tereth and say...
That's your name.
No.
Malon
Your
is
guy,
fine.
Malon. Sorry.
It's completely fine.
I will walk to myself.
I'm
Talk
going
to
to.
myself.
I am going to tell him that I don't know. No. No, I don't know where. I'm gonna mute that server.
Alright. He sort of, you see his sort of, the, sort of wide, yellow eyes of the creature that Mammon turned into sort of look at you as you say that and just sort of nod at you and keep walking forwards. You all just keep scaling down for a while, some of you slightly tripping slightly and having to pull yourselves up, but you all make it down. What is your order?
I'm probably like second to front or something.
Okay.
I'll probably go in the back. I mean, we can't see each other, so
No. Just sort of where you were in the previous
I think
order, I'm
probably
assuming.
near the back.
Okay.
I'll probably be in the middle with Bolly.
Yeah, Bolly is not cloaked.
Oh, wait,
He's
what?
not invisible,
Did
no.
he not come? Did he not come?
He is with you.
Oops.
He didn't get
Okay, if
cloaked.
anyone shows up, you can just stop moving, pretend to be a
There's just a bush in the cave.
I mean, he does have fucking crazy decks, right?
Wait, does he look
Yeah,
like
he
a
can
bush?
just hide. It's fine.
Does he look like a bush? What have I noticed?
He is a bush.
He can also change the way his bush looks.
Wait, let me get out his character sheet.
It's not on the character sheet because I forgot it was on my other notes about him, but essentially
Whoa.
he can change the way he looks because he was a tumbleweed at one point, wasn't he? So
Oh, yeah, true.
anyway.
True. Okay, cool.
Anyway,
Can he change into like a kind of rock?
What about a bundle of vines?
Yeah.
Ollie
okay.
the rock simp.
The rocks. Oh no.
Oh no. Anyway, you can change Bully into a cluster of vines if you wish.
Yes.
Okay.
Just creeping across the ground.
Yeah, I'll probably stay close to the front because I don't know.
Okay.
Because I can't see the others.
I'll be in the middle as well.
Alright.
Joint middle.
Okay. As you're all walking, the you feel like you're walking for what feels like hours. It continues going downwards. You don't really know how far down you go. If you don't have much of a judge of time, your eyes have now better adjusted, and you can obviously see now with your newly found dark vision.
How long did the ability last?
It's an hour. It feels like a long time. I'll tell you when it runs out.
Alright.
And
Or it will just suddenly go by.
I mean, isn't everything up after an hour? I mean,
yes,
like
your invisibility is as well,
invisibility, dark vision,
and
wild shape.
wild shape. Yes. And as you all begin to think whether adding these benefits now was a good idea, you start hearing thump, thump, thump.
Fuck.
The noises of what sounds to be heavy footsteps, quite a few as well.
Are they
Coming
coming
from-
towards us?
Not from what you can hear, not really. You're still in this sort of slightly claustrophobic winding tunnel, but ahead of you, you hear this thumps of heavy footsteps.
I am gonna
BRB, 1 second.
move over to the edge of the thing. Hopefully, I don't turn on invisible as soon as the thing comes. That'd be
The
horrible.
edge of the thing.
Huh?
The edge of the thing. You need
Are
to be a
we
bit more
in, like, a
specific.
cave? Are we in a cabin?
You're in a sort of closed-in sort of cave that's sort of going downwards, sort of a spiraling cave that's sort of at an angle going downwards. Ahead of you, you do hear noises.
Wide is the tunnel.
How wide is it? It's at its widest is about 15 foot wide. At its not widest, it's about 5 foot wide.
Okay.
Its height is, again, highest is about 6-ish foot.
Alright.
It's quite a cramped space. Tereth and Spencer, you both hit your head a few times. Cyril, you're completely fine. Rory, you're completely fine, and Mistral is pretty much completely fine.
We're all just
Wait,
midget.
no, I don't. I'm
You're a
person.
cat person. Yes, I forget. Anyway, as you continuing onwards, you immediately start seeing what looks to be lights in the distance as following behind this sort of small creature that Malon had turned into immediately stops.
Stop it.
Make sure you've got the music bot turned up because the ambience is quite quiet.
Oh yeah, I literally heard
Oh
nothing.
wow.
I apologise, I should have told you. As
Alright.
the thumps now louder, you begin seeing this almost hole in the bottom of this cave. You see down it a decent length, actually, of just... It's a drop. It's a drop that you estimate about upwards of 60 feet. It, sort of dropping down into this large cavern. You're immediately confused by the colours. This multiple sort of purples and greens and blues. All this different sort of fungus and bioluminescent plants that none of you had ever seen before. And like sort of looking between yourselves, and yes, between yourselves, you notice your invisibility has worn off, and so has, as you realise this,
I'm back. What's happening?
No.
Rory, Tereth, and Mistral, your dark vision has gone.
Oh god.
And yes.
Wait, so am I the only person in there who can see now?
So Cyril and Spencer, you can both see.
Oh, Spencer, yeah.
Though you do notice that down this hole is some rather bioluminescent fungus, and quite a bit of it as well.
Can Malone see?
Yes.
Okay.
Now in his normal voice, he sort of whispers to you. Okay, well, I think we are going to need to get down there and, well, find out where those steps are coming from. I assume they be to the treants, but how do we get down?
Shit.
I mean, I could fly, but it might not be that great if I can't see.
I agree. We could, with a light, we would be giving away our position, though. We should need a way to get down. Don't know if you have any spells or equipment that could be of use.
I could.
You mean to
make-
get down this place?
Well, it's a large drop, so I'd estimate that as about 70 feet.
I could probably make 2 people fly using twin thingy. Thing.
Or that would still leave one.
Ooh, wait, you could make.
Could be guided down.
Yeah, I can re-roll, but it'd use up 3 of my sorcery points.
Oh yes, Rory can just fly down, I
can
may
make-
be able to teleport down.
I can sort of
I
walk.
do have some rope as well, although I'm not sure if it's if any. Well, actually, it might be long enough. And then I'm gonna get out the rope from my explorer's pack.
Okay.
60 foot of rope, and I'm gonna hand it to Spencer and say, you could probably lower us down with this, right?
I might.
Can you fly?
Yes, but how is he going to get down?
Well, I could stay here and cast a flying spell on the two of us.
Are you strong
Yes,
enough to
that's what I was
hold everyone, though? Oh, well, actually, no. Spencer would likely be, but you could...
Yeah,
Hmm.
Spencer would be the one holding everybody.
Yes. We could try and find a rock that's secure enough, but that's risky.
We could
Yeah.
I-
also, if that
I
rope's
have-
not long enough, we should tie 2 ropes together just in case.
It's 50 feet of hemp and rope, right?
I think it's 60 foot,
Is it 60 foot?
but maybe it's 50.
It's usually
think I
50
have a
feet, I
rope.
think.
Yeah, I believe it is usually 50 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 50 feet of hemp and rope.
I don't have any rope because I used it all on the traps.
I don't know if I have rope. I'm guessing I do because
I don't
I
think
have 2
I
of
do.
Spencer on my fucking characters. Clicked his twice.
Oh, thunder.
Ooh,
Who's that coming from?
Fun.
thunder.
It's coming from me.
Who's?
Anyway,
It's part of the ambiance.
what are you all doing?
I can cast a spell that allows me to climb down. After I have lowered the others.
Yes, but we don't know whether the walls are close enough for that. We'd have to have someone look.
Hmm.
Well, I can see fine in the darkness.
Yes,
I believe
but,
I'm not the only one who can. So, I mean,
yes, but-
Spencer can, right? Can't he?
Yes.
Yes, but if he's not, if we're in the center of a cavern at the top, then he would be sure he'd be able to climb on the ceiling, I'd assume. But if there's no wall to get down, he'd fall eventually.
I can always stay up here and cast flying. I'm pretty sure I can make us both fly down.
Okay, well, I suppose that's the best we're going to get, though you would need to hold on to him to make sure you can fly in the right direction. But I suppose that's
is
just the best we have.
is Milan still in small cat form?
No.
Okay, then.
Why?
The hour is
Oh,
up.
then I was gonna say that if they were gonna go with that, then Milan in cat form, he could kind of be carried by them and guide them on their way down, so they don't fly into a wall. Yeah, it's like
I mean, if Milan was in cat form, he could just jump off because cats can fall from like 50 feet and not be hurt or something. I swear.
I don't think you should test that. Anyway, so how
Like, they'll be
how do
flying
you?
along.
Well, I suppose you all, with Spencer holding onto the rope, it's sort of wrapped a bit around his arm, holding it, and then you sort of spool it down, spiraling down. You see, it's got a little bit of a drop of 20 feet, but should be enough to not.
Could I potentially make it a little bit longer with Druidcraft? Just a little bit.
You'd
Can I
need something
tie
to
my
grow it
rope
off
to the
of.
bottom?
Dude.
Really.
Right.
Cats can fall from 32 stories
Could
with
Bolly-
limited injuries.
Well,
Bolly just
there
be
is-
a vine and we could climb down him.
You could go
There
ahead
is a
and
lot
try.
of fungus there.
Huh?
You could go ahead and try with the bolly thing. Okay.
Is he strong enough?
That's a good question.
You have
Is
his
he strong
strength.
enough? You have his character sheet.
Oh, okay.
Do you want him to?
Dude, they can.
7 strength. Maybe
I
not.
don't think that's a
Maybe
good idea.
not.
Guys. Cats can fall from 350 feet.
Stop derailing us, Felix. As sort of lowering down the rope, who goes first?
Maybe someone who can see, so that we all
Yeah,
don't
I guess I'll go
look
first.
at us.
Okay. Sarah, let me quickly just check your character's weight.
I mean,
88.
he's
and
pretty small.
Yeah, you can.
Don't think
you
he'll be
could.
in
You could
trouble.
carry him with your pinky finger. So as Cyril, you begin.
Wait, he's
descending.
88. He's 88.
You're carrying 88 pounds of equipment,
Yeah.
and then that plus your just character's weight in general, which is he could still carry you with ease.
Wait, what's my character's weight in general?
Oh my god, why do you not have this?
I don't know.
Well, you're a size small, and you haven't done anything on your stuff of D&D on that. I'm gonna say he could still carry you with these anyway. He could carry most people here with these. Anyway, as you begin lowering yourself down, give me an athletics check.
Bless you.
Felix, athletics check.
Athletics check. Let's go.
I said that earlier.
Did you? Oh, I didn't.
Yes.
Hear. 11.
11, okay. You lower yourself down. You're struggling towards the end of it with your arms sort of feeling a bit tired as sort of the rope starts slightly swinging with your weight, but you manage to get yourself down, sort of letting go and dropping down. You sort of grunt a bit, but it's fine. You sort of now looking around these mushrooms. They're monolithic. They're must be at least 20 to 30 feet tall. As these sort of mushrooms sort of almost like a canopy over these sort of vines coming off of multiple different things. Again, there's bright colours. It's not
Wait,
enough
are we gonna meet the high shroom people?
It's not enough to immediately light the vicinity, but it's enough to be able to see most of your surroundings. Who is going next?
I can go next
Okay.
with Bolly.
Bolly could.
Are we gonna meet
Okay.
Myconids? Are we gonna meet the high stream people from the Underdark?
Rory, are you climbing down? You just fly.
I'm gonna climb down just because I don't want to hit my head into a
good.
rock.
Alright, give me
So,
an
yeah.
athletics check for you and Bolly.
Okay, for me it is athletics. Where is it? A 13. For
Mhm.
Bolly, it is a athletics 14.
A 14, okay. You both
Yeah.
make your way down. Bolly's sort of very lightweight, helping him. Manage to climb down. Again, same thing happening with it beginning to sway with both of your combined weight towards the end, but when you drop, sort of using your wings to sort of let yourself sort of glide slightly, and Bolly sort of holding on to your back, you land rather gracefully, and you can see in dim light.
Okay.
Next.
I'll go next.
Okay. Athletics check.
11.
11, okay. You, as well, very similar story, making your way down.
My way down.
Up next is Marlon. Okay. As you plop down, Mistral, sort of looking around at this similar scenery, these sort of seeing the stalagmites and the stalactites and all these different types of mushroom. You just hear a tip tip behind you as rather gracefully Marlon lands.
Sure.
Alright, Spencer and Tereth.
I am going to. Is there? Did you have a way to get down, or do you want me to cast on you?
Well, I still don't know if there is a wall.
Okay, I will
So,
cast fly on you then.
alright.
Wait, how went up to 10 minutes? Alright, I will consume the spell slot and consume the 3 meta magic.
Consume.
Oh no, it's sorcery points, they're not meta magic.
Wait, is it 3 sorcery points for just 2 people to fly?
Huh?
Is it 3 sorcery points for just 2 people
Pretty
to...
sure it's per spell level.
Oh yeah, I think it is.
Keep some trades, let me just check.
Be right back. 1 second.
You gain the abilities, twist spells you need. Yeah, equal to the spell's level for wind spell. It is sorcery points, right? They are the same as.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It
I don't
is.
know
It
what I'm
is
thinking about.
sorcery points. Anyway, yes. So, you can both fly.
That is very nice.
All right. I'm assuming
I'm gonna.
you're gonna
Can
fly.
you see in the dark?
Yeah, yes.
Well, I guess if you want to lead, and I'll follow you.
Right, yes. Yes. Do you need to make some sort of check or something?
No.
We can
You can
Probably
fly.
not, because there's light. Right, what? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, you can. You can you see in the dark? You have dark vision,
Mhm.
don't you, Spencer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
You
know
can.
there's glowing
Yeah, you can
fungus
see
beneath it.
plenty fine, and there's glowing fungus. Yeah. Flying down, sort of bringing in the rope as you do it. You land down with the rest of the party. Malone now sort of looking over the rest of you saying, right, now I suggest that we look for the source of the, well, footsteps and we tail behind.
Right.
Alright. Whoever wishes to sort of lead with following the noise, go ahead and give me a either perception or survival check.
That'll be not me.
Wait, do we all have to do it, or is it just the one person?
The one
Just
person
the
who wants to.
first one.
Oh, definitely not me.
I do
You
want
can't be
to.
brave, be bold. Who would have done it? What would their character do? Not like who has the best stat. What would their character do?
I mean, he'd probably try to, but he wouldn't succeed.
Okay, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and roleplay Cyril
That's a 9.
electing himself.
I might try.
Cyril, go ahead and sort of.
I think it was.
Well, I wasn't. To be honest, I wasn't entirely sure what was happening because I just went to get something to eat and drink.
Roleplay.
So what actually happened?
You've elected yourself to look, and you have a 9, so you think there's a direction.
Uh-oh.
I'll go and try and help Cyril out.
I'm probably not sure if I only got a 9 though.
Well,
Really?
if it seems to be coming from that direction, is what you get at.
Okay. I think it's this direction. My senses aren't the best, but
Can
Does
I?
no one else knows where it is it? Do they?
Better gaming
Can I-
fuckers.
Can I double check that?
Go ahead. You guys are boring.
Cyril knows he isn't good at hearing or seeing. Like, he's not stupid.
Wait, what am I using?
Perception or survival?
They're both just as bad as each other, I think. Yeah, they are. Okay, that is a natural 20, so a 19.
Okay.
Why isn't the monk with high wisdom doing this?
Fucking.
Why does Roy not want to look?
I said I would, but then John did it.
She also is in
I'm
dark.
also.
And
I mean,
so
it's
it would
dim,
have
like-
to be a survival check, but still, she has amazing
It's a
wisdom, but still.
hearing-based roll though, because we heard a sound, not.
Yes, but it could also be a survival. It could also be a survival check to pick the
Yeah.
direction of it. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's fine. John did.
John, you. Oh,
I did okay.
No, sorry.
okay. I'd very much appreciate if you guys could roleplay. You know.
I was gonna. Can I look at the fungus? and
I
Yeah.
think it's over this way,
See
and I
what's
will
going
lead
on
it in the
there.
way I think it is.
Malon follows behind you, seemingly agreeing.
Actually, what do I know about this fungus? Considering that we said
Give
I learned about
Yeah, give an investigation or a nature check.
That's a
Same for
19.
you, Spencer, if you want to.
That's a 19.
what did you say? Nature?
Or
Did you say?
nature or investigation.
Oh, that's a 19 for me.
Okay, you both, looking at this fungus, you have read about it being simply called glowing fungus, and you know it is native to the upper levels of the Underdark, and that it is often harvested for its bioluminescent capabilities for those who do not wish to use fire for lighting. As the rest of the party moving onwards, Malon sort of looking over the party saying, well, I recommend that we try to stay off the radar of whoever it is. We're still going in rather blind,
Yes.
and as Tedith said, he was saying that even the drow are having troubles tracking them. Though I doubt they've had trillions walking through here. I'd imagine the drows could notice that.
Yeah. Not exactly.
Conspicuous?
Yeah.
I agree. Now it simply begs the question, why are they bringing the treants inside?
Yes.
And what are the treants doing? I have met plenty of treants, and I have never seen this behaviour.
No. I knew that there was something going on, but did not know that it was to this extent, I suppose.
Yes, I concur. But I suppose we simply just need to carry on.
Yes.
Also, Mystery, if I may ask, what happened to your eyes that means that your vision is impaired?
I would love to tell you, although I think a spooky cave where we're hearing weird noises isn't the best place to talk about that.
An excellent dodge of the question. I appreciate it. As he continues walking onwards, following behind Telleth. As you all continue, the strange noises of the cave being a continuous reminder, this strange fungus that's growing nearly everywhere, these these colours that you would think had no place in a place like this. You eventually come to what seems to be a downtrodden path that is this. It seems like it's about as wide as normal caravan paths. It seems downtrodden and trampled rather recently, in fact. And you can still, in the distance, hear the marching of large footsteps.
Alright. Well, this is... this seems to be the right place, at least.
Yes, it does seem it, doesn't it?
Probably worth us taking a look.
Of course. Have your drow friends said anything about a location? He
No.
says as he sort of begins walking down the path, sort of staying off to the side a good bit.
No, they haven't mentioned anything. Although my friend isn't so well connected with military actions.
Well, that is fair enough, I suppose. I say we continue onwards.
I agree.
Seems fair.
You, Cyril,
Yes?
would you have any way to give us a vantage point? I know some people of arcane ability can conjure their own familiar, so to speak. I was wondering if you had that ability.
No, I do not. If we need to, wait, what do you exactly mean by advantage point, though?
Well, if we had an eye in the sky, so to speak, I believe we would have an advantage.
Well, I mean, we have Rory, but I don't. Can she see far enough at the moment?
Bolly might be able to. I mean, no one would suspect him, as he is a vine at the moment, and he has he can see in the dark.
Bolly, would you be willing to?
Yeah. Sure.
Well, if we send you up ahead, would you be able to warn us of any danger that is in our path? As Bolly sort of tumbles off ahead. Is there any specific thing he's doing, Rory? Because you're in charge of his character.
Well, he's gonna try and look for if he can see where who were made, like where the footsteps are coming from,
Okay.
and like who is there, and like yeah.
Okay.
Basically. Do I need to roll stealth?
Go ahead and roll stealth for Bolly.
Alright. What's his stealth? That is a 19.
A 19, okay. As Bolly sort of tumbling off, he disappears from your sight completely after a good second. As you'll continue forward, it takes about roughly an hour walk following down this path in between these large fungus, as well as some banks of stone and dirt that sort of are rising to the side, sort of splitting through them as you walk. And after a minute, you see Malon's form drop down to a crouch as he looks back to the rest of you, saying, "It seems your bush friend has found something. I would like you to roll stealth, if you want to be stealthed."
Sure, I'll be.
Yeah, probably gonna do stealthily. That's a 9 though, so that's not happening.
18.
Hey, twinsies, 18 too.
13.
19.
Okay. Alright. So what was the lowest again?
Probably me with 9.
Okay.
Wait, no. Yeah, 9.
Alright. As you all crouching down, trying to keep as quiet as you can while still moving. So your sort of hand, the metallic one, sort of, the two of the fingers, the pinky and the ring finger, sort of spasming, slightly tapping on the palm plate as you're walking, as this sort of metallic ting, ting, ting keeps ringing out from your position, though you keep continuing onwards. Turning a corner, you see the large forms of multiple treants lumbering with almost zombie-like. Their movements slow, their arms hanging down at their sides, their feet slightly dragging on the floor. What's you all doing? You guys need to start listening to D&D podcasts. Because we need to stop with the long stretches of silence, if that is okay, guys. I know it's asking a decent bit, but still.
Yes, I was just finishing writing.
Oh no, yeah, it's not just
Oh.
you, it's everyone. Like, I shouldn't really need to ask, what is Cyril doing? But
Well, I guess we found them.
Is Bolly back?
you can see him sort of standing somewhat close, pointing at the treants.
Okay. So guys, what should we do?
I believe we should tail them and try to find where they are going.
I suppose.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Though I am somewhat worried for what plans they have of treants here. Though, let us continue.
Do the treants look different from normal ones?
It has been pointed out that these treants have this, underneath parts of their bark is this glowing purple
What,
marks.
Like the ones from the forest as well.
Not really. The purple in the the ones in the forest as well. Yes. I
Yeah.
forgot. I didn't remember for a second.
Okay. Cool. Does Rory know what like normal treants look like?
You imagine they look like trees?
But she couldn't tell the difference though. Or what?
I mean, it has been pointed out that there is something completely wrong with them many a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it is in our best interest if we find out what it is that is causing the treants to be doing this.
Said that there was a purple marking on the treants.
It's
see what the
not as
marking
much
kind of-
marking as it is this sort of glowing, like you can see underneath the bark, pieces of glowing purple stuff. You can't tell how much there is. You can't tell if it's just those places where you can see it. You haven't really gotten a close-up enough look.
Can I make a check to see if that glowing purple is in any way similar to the glowing fungus in the cave?
Go ahead and give a
Mm, that's fine.
perception check. 12. Okay. Obviously the similarity that you can see is colour. And you imagine that if there was a similarity, you'd have to take samples and figure out more. But as of currently, you can't, by looking, see anything.
Do I see, if I use my good boy vision, do I see, like, a particular school that the purple magic glows with? The perfect purple, like, goop that the treants have?
Give me a second. Okay. You see very strong enchantment-based magic coming from the treants.
Hmm. Ah, okay, so they're being controlled by someone with magic. This is... thing.
Okay.
It appears that the treants are being controlled by someone using magic. I can sense a strong enchantment aura coming from the strange purple liquid that is inside them.
Oh,
Yes. That would explain a lot.
Yes.
But who is powerful enough to do this to this many treants?
maybe
Well,
it's a lot of people.
yes, I was going to say there's nothing saying that it's only one person.
That is a fair point. But it still doesn't explain a few things, like why would so many respectively powerful wizards or arcane users control a bunch of treants to do what? What is the end?
Well, when these people went to Drows in the Underdark, they brought up unity of clans or something.
Say again, I couldn't hear you over Felix's chair.
When I was speaking to my friend in the Underdark, these people came to them with a proposal of unity of clans, maybe? I'm not sure exactly what it was. I don't actually remember.
Well, I don't know anything about that. Drow culture is not my specialty.
It wasn't to do with the Drows, it was these people, the people who control the treants. they were approaching them with a proposal for something.
What was that proposal, though?
Unity of clans, I think.
Yes, but
I'm not
that's-
sure. Did you say more than that, Nova?
Yes.
I don't remember.
I said a
Can you
lot of
remind me?
things. I'm not reminding you. If Terrence doesn't remember, he doesn't remember.
No, I don't remember. Terran
Yes,
would
but how
remember,
do you know he would remember?
because he has a better memory than me.
I'm saying if you didn't take notes,
And why
and
didn't you
if
write
you
it down?
if you didn't take notes, and if you don't
Okay,
know,
I don't
then
remember
Terrence
that.
doesn't know.
Alright. In that case,
In that case,
no. Where can we? Where should we head off to now?
well, I say we follow them and try to find where they are being led.
That seems like a good idea.
All right then.
Although
Well,
we should be careful, because if they can control the tree, it means that they're powerful.
Everybody, since we're so directly close to them, it is more chance we are spotted, and I don't want to risk that, so everybody come a bit closer. And I want to do the pass without trace.
Okay. All
Can
right.
that give us like a +10 to stealth?
Yes, it does.
Yep.
So stupid.
Is that a +10 on top of what we already have, or instead?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus 19.
What is Bolly's?
What?
Bolly's is 10.
Wait, does he
I'm
not
pretty
have?
sure.
He does have abilities in stealth. I know that.
Wait,
Yeah, he has plus 10.
the bully
No, plus 8
instantly.
for me.
He's got. He's instantly 20. Then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
That's so broken. Well,
All
I
right,
mean,
re-roll your stealth checks, everyone.
I will. I'm just gonna
Fuck.
add a good old 10.
Natural
I got a
That's a
These
29.
Did you?
I got a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Wait, what is his
for
stealth?
who?
For
For
Malon. Malon.
Oh,
You roll
no.
for Bolly. He's your He's your
Oh,
secondary
yeah, I
character.
do.
Oh my god, he's got a. He's got a 35.
I beat that, Nova. I beat that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 39 for Bolly.
Jesus.
I got a 27.
I got a 20.
Oh my god, he has. How much
what
plus
do
the stealth does he have usually? He has at least 9 usually. What?
Well, Bolly
What does
has.
he have?
Bolly has.
27 as well.
Bolly has plus 10 to his stealth.
Okay.
That is the one thing he's good at. But there is a few other things that Malon is much better at.
Well, it's not exactly very hard to be better than Polly at something.
No,
unless
yeah,
it's
but
stealth.
there's a certain thing that Malon is amazing at. But anyway, as you are all, as this sort of black ripple in the shadow around you, you are all passed without trace, and you begin following. And after a while of walking, you notice that the treants are approaching this sort of strange looking ravine. It's in almost like a triangular shape, a bit taller triangle though, and it looks strange. The stalactites and stalagmites, usually being on the floor, they are jutting from the sides, narrowly touching the treants that are entering.
That's bad. That's not normal, at least.
No. Oh, he did. What did it? Oh,
Hello, Mac.
Hello, back. I'm here.
Anyway,
What happened? Did anything happen?
following behind the treants, you see that they are entering this strange opening. It's rather large, though in a triangular shape. You see these almost stalagmites, these sharp protrusions out of the sides of this this opening. Stalactites and stalagmites usually being on vertical. These are horizontal. These are sort of jutting inwards, sort of. Some of the ones at the top
Okay.
sort of going in between each other.
Okay, I see.
How big are
Okay.
the treants compared to the tunnel? Or
Uh,
the place they're going to?
So the treants are. They fit. They've got about another 10 feet before they would hit their head. For some of them, it is a bit of a tight squeeze with with these sort of stalactite things. But in general, it is it's not too tight. You all could make it in pretty easily. You don't need to squeeze or anything.
Okay.
That doesn't look normal or natural in any form.
No, there's something we may have found. May have found perhaps a source.
Maybe. Though I don't know. We'll have to look. I say we tail the last one and try to make it in.
Sounds good.
Though I am worried. That's no natural formation that I've ever seen. It almost. What does it look like? It almost looks like a mouth.
Right. That's not good.
No. Just
What are you all doing? Just waiting for the last one.
Yeah, I guess
and then we'll follow
we'll
them
wait
behind
until
them.
it goes in.
I don't know what's happening.
As you all wait for the
There's
last
triangle.
As you wait for the last treant to begin entering, you all begin following behind it. As quietly as you can, this black ripple still following you. And as you make it behind, sort of this strange air of warmth around you, as in the distance past and through the treant's legs and other things, you see a few raging fires. Waiting for the treants to be completely gone. They're now in the distance a bit, enough for you to be able to talk and not be noticed.
Right. Well, can we see anything? Like, is there anyone close to the fires?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ah, shit. Okay, that's not. That's a 9.
Okay. You. Okay. You can't make out any figures. You think you see something, but you write it off as just a flickering part of the fire, maybe seeing some of the wood inside it or whatever is being burnt.
What do you think, you all think is going on here?
Do I see anything special with my good boy vision, or was it still just
the
the
treant.
purple juice?
And what is the range of it?
That's actually a good question. I haven't seen
Yeah, I was about to
much
say,
on
what
it.
is the range?
Shoes.
Ribena.
30 feet.
30 feet. No, you can barely see the treants. You can see the last few, but you can't really see any.
Wait, have they all gone in now, though?
You have followed them in.
Okay, follow them in, okay.
Yeah. And
Can I try and get closer to the fire thing?
The fire is in the distance, quite far in the
Okay.
distance. You see the treants begin breaking off to different parts. Now getting a look around at everyone with at least dark vision. In the corners of everything, you can see this large wooden structure, these sort of large, almost scaffolding-looking things, as this sort of mess of wooden sort of walkways and catwalks and towers and lots of fires burning. It's not on fire, but it's controlled bonfires. You see anyone with dark vision, which being 2 of you plus 1, you can see that there are treants sort of in different parts. Some of them are sort of turning this large sort of wheel almost that is raising a few piles of timber upwards. You see some that seem to be working on sort of shoveling things with with their hands. There seems to be a lot of commotion. You don't see many humanoids though. Not at this distance, at least.
Wait, I can see stuff, right?
No.
Fair.
You can see in the distance the fire, and you can see sort of around you guys as there are sort of like a bit of... You can see slightly around you as this sort of the dim light of the fungus that is on the floor. But not extended distances.
I'm gonna turn to the others and say, what is it? What can you guys see?
Well, there's a lot of towers and sorry.
Who's there? Are the treants okay?
They're definitely not okay. They said they're being controlled by someone. But,
I can't see any humanoids, at least. These structures, I wonder when and how they managed to do this.
And the drow said they had nothing
Yeah.
on these people. How? We found them easily. I don't. And as you're all deliberating, you start hearing a noise behind you. This creaking, creeping noise. A dull groan. As behind you, you see the opening has closed.
oh shit, that's not good.
Very bad.
Well,
Well, I can still get out, actually, I'm fine.
I suppose that answers my question. Seems we're stuck here for a bit.
I might as well find out some stuff.
Yes.
Something while we're here.
What are those treants doing there? They seem to be raising something. How do they get the wood down here? That's my question.
I guess as they carried it.
I don't like to say it, but maybe some of the treants were getting weaker.
Actually, that's a good question. How they got here because of that drop. Can I look to see if there are any other like entrances or exits in this room that we're in?
In this room, your only exit that you can see currently is blocked, but go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you can find any others.
Because that pathway we walked down was really small. That's a 6. That's not going to matter at all.
You can't see any, the entranceway into this area, closed behind you, but you imagine that there are multiple ways in, as, there was that large entrance that the treants were marching through that they blocked off with those stone things.
Also, you can't see because it's dark.
Yeah, you can't see.
They
I
could
should have
be.
given you a disadvantage on that, but yeah.
They could be blocking it off so that I don't know that maybe the drow can't come down here.
Well, it's not blocked off as much as it's simply closed. It doesn't seem there's any mechanism that closed it.
Did the drow know? Did they know? Like this, the entrance that we came in. Did they know about that?
Probably they know.
It
know
is impossible
stuff.
to tell, really. Well, it's... we may have to speak with the drow about this, though. I'm unsure.
I just
the
we
hospitality
found
to
it
mine.
so easily,
Sort of kind, yes. It's...
how could they not have, unless they were keeping it from us?
I don't understand why they would. It's not like they told us. It is strange. It doesn't add up in the slightest. They said they couldn't track them, yet it took us but a few hours.
Well, I hope they weren't lying to us because the only other thing I can think of is that they wanted us down here and we're walking into a trap.
I don't get why... Tereth, what would you say? Would a trap be something of your drow compatriots to do? You said you had spoke with them.
He is muted.
I know he is muted.
Because his mother is talking to him.
You're gonna make a hole through the wall and just like
I'll just not get my sledgehammer. Just knock a little hole.
Window.
Little window, yeah.
I don't think my source would have lied to me, and I don't think he would have been lied to unless it was, I don't know. He's quite high up in the ranking of the drow. He could have been lied to, though.
I will take your word for it. Maybe there's something we're missing. Maybe there's something that... I don't know. Alright. I say we... Maybe up on
He
one
could
of
have known
those-
about this.
Wouldn't he have told you, though?
Well, not him in particular, but the drow could have known about this because his information is a bit delayed.
Maybe.
When we get out, we should talk to them maybe. about it.
Yes, maybe they do have some information that we do not. At any rate, I believe maybe scaling one of those towers would benefit us. Maybe a bird's eye view would shed some light on the situation, maybe?
I can't see anything in this down here,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm not sure how useful.
Well, if you'll come
Oh.
here. As he sort of begins sort of taking out of his pouch again a bit of sort of this fine dust, as he sort of with his knuckles grinds it into his palm, and bit by bit he sort of quickly does some into your eyes, Rory, Tereth, and Mistral. Right.
Oh, if it's a bird's eye view we need, I'm gonna kind of nudge Rory.
Well,
We're just going to skip over the racism, are we? All right.
I'm sorry if that you found that offensive.
Yes,
I mean, I am a bird,
And you have eyes.
and I do have eyes.
I will never try to make a joke again. I apologize. If you could find some, if you could overlook the area and try to stay out of sight.
Yes, I will try. I will. Should I roll stealth?
Go ahead.
Fly up.
You will not have the
Do I
plus
get-
10 though, because
I
you will be
don't, yeah.
leaving the area, and it does not stay. It
Okay.
only stays in the radius of Frisco.
That is an 18.
18. Okay. Go ahead, and get your bird's eye view. As you fly upwards, you see immediately the sheer amount of treants that are there. They must be hundreds. You see in the distance there is a larger structure that is, well, almost looming over this area. There seems to be construction. In the distance, you do see some figures that of a humanoid variety. You see the tents of previous are beginning to be erected in the distance. And you notice there is, there's, from this larger structure in the distance, you see what looks to be a large, light coming from it. This purple, hueish light coming from somewhere in that direction.
Being constructed.
You're not sure. This close part seems in construction. The other part seems complete, but you're not really sure.
Okay. Can I get closer to the glowing light?
Go ahead. You could fly over. It takes a good minute for you to fly over there. It must be, and by a good minute I mean it takes you a while. About 15 minutes of flight getting there.
Well, also, so you said there were treants and some humanoid
Yes.
things. Are there any other creatures, or is that it?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Would I have? Is there light in there? In there? Or would I
It's
get?
not. You're not looking in a specific area. You're looking for something, and so I would say no advantage nor disadvantage, just a flat roll.
Okay. Perception is 16.
16. You see in the distance the form of this strange, seemingly four-legged creature with sort of almost these large bulbous fists for front legs, these large sort of almost like these sort of bulbous sacs on its torso, its sort of head.
Is it Bulbous Boy too?
Its sort of its head in almost what seems to be a sack. It doesn't seem, from your distance, it doesn't seem as big as the creature that you saw previously, but you get the feeling that this is quite a large creature and quite a, well, it looks disgusting. It's completely covered in boils and...
Okay, I'm going to whisper to Rosa. Rosa, do you recognize that creature? Do you know if it's related to the one we saw previously?
I have never seen anything like that in all of my years. It might be related to it. I can't see it in its entirety.
What color is it?
Its skin is this sort of pale color. It's with the boils being this sort of yellowish tint to them. You see.
Is there only one?
That you can see currently, there is.
Okay. Also, what are the treants doing? Are they just like...
A lot of the treants are doing different things. Some of them, as I said, sort of turning this winch to raise large stacks of wood. Some of them are sort of shoveling dirt with their hands sort of on their sort of hands and knees. Some of them are sort of using these sort of crude, large, almost almost pickaxe-like things as they're sort of like getting large chunks of stone out of the walls. You see a few that are using this crude, almost saw to sort of get sort of pulling off pieces of entire stalagmites off the floor.
This is horrible, Rosa. They're using them as slaves.
It does seem like that, yes. And lucky dice.
Oh.
No, no lucky dice.
Oh no!
it's fine.
No! We do not like this.
Okay. What do you continue to do?
Well, I'll just continue heading. What can I see? What the humanoids like actually are? Like what race they are?
Not at this distance.
All right. I'll just continue heading to the wing building construction thing. Yes.
After a while, you're continuing to fly forward. Your sort of wings slightly tiring from just the nervousness, and so just jittering slightly. But continuing onwards, you get a bit closer to this large construction. It seems to be made out of stone. It looks rather crude. It seems it hasn't been polished, and the stonework ship is not the greatest. It seems a bit older than the rest of the construction that is being made. You see a few treants sort of in almost like a long courtyard in front of this building. They seem to be just sort of lugging things around. Some of them have sort of like almost saddles around their necks with like sort of platforms on them, circular platforms on them with what seem to be arches on them. You see a few...
I don't think Rory can hear us, or we can't.
Or she's listening to the description. Leah, you there?
She's saying hello, so I'm not sure she can hear us.
She might hear us, but I don't know if I'm.
Can you hear us? I'm in the court. We know.
We know. Can you hear us?
Has our internet died?
Yes, I think that is.
Okay. Well, I'll continue explaining it.
Well, she wouldn't be able to be masking if her dad
no,
died.
that's the question.
Well, she could have gone on her phone. Yeah, nah, not really.
Yeah, but it doesn't show the mobile symbol, so.
No. Anyway.
Well, her voice could not be working, so.
Aaliyah, can you hear us? Technical difficulty.
Sorry. You can stop the recording if you wanted.
Yeah, I might pause it.
Basically, when I stop talking.
Okay. Well, I'll have to backtrack a slight bit. So as you begin walking, flying towards this strange structure, it seems like it's older than the rest of the construction, but not by much. The sort of it made out of wood, not wood, sorry, stone. It's sort of, it doesn't look polished. It looks rough and jagged. It's the stonework ship being rather deplorable. It's sort of lots of the things finishing in sort of jagged points. This sort of a glowing part coming from what looks to be inside it through sort of what look like maybe windows. It's really difficult to see, and in front of this is a large courtyard with a few treants inside it. There being a few that are with a few that are moving things, like lugging different like pieces of stone, like sort of boxes and other things. A few with sort of like around their neck and their shoulders are these sort of wooden circular platforms that seem to be housing archers on them. And a few seem to be sort of adorned in this type of armor. As well as this sort of wall that's around the courtyard that seems to be with a wooden frame, like the thing that they were creating. It seems a bit more polished than the other parts, but not anywhere near good stonemanship. It seems to also be housing different archers, all sort of cloaked in black. Yeah, thinking of something else. I apologise. What are you doing?
Okay. I want to get closer to the kind of window things where the purple light is coming from. But
Okay.
can I do that without getting seen?
Well, you'll have to find out. You have a. Would you like to re-roll or keep your stealth roll as it is? I'll allow either.
I'll re-roll. I will take a risk.
Okay.
That is a 24. That worked out well.
Is that with
No, not with the plus one.
Yeah.
No, you don't have the plus.
Oh yeah.
No. Drop one. Okay, as you begin flying closer, sort of trying to keep to the shadows, sort of trying to blend in with your white colours contrasting a black background. You manage to get decently close until you hear "Kunt frei! Kuntai!" as you hear the quickened footsteps of what sounds like a treant.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Oh.
Can I see it?
Turning your head, you can see the treant with the circular platform on its shoulders. It is beginning to sort of run in your direction. You see the archers on top sort of holding on to the sort of sort of like these sort of fence that is made there to sort of stop them from falling off.
Okay, can I? Is it like dark in the
It is very dark.
kind of corners?
In the
Okay.
corners.
Well, like if I went back, how far am I away from like an edge
An
of the
edge
cave?
of the cave. It is a very large, expansive cave. You'd imagine that it's about the cave itself being maybe a few thousand feet wide at a conservative estimate.
Well, do I not? Do I like in that time that they shouted that thing? Do I see anything like in through the little gaps where the purple light is coming from?
Into the gaps, you can see what seems to be a room that, through the door of the room, seems to be coming a faint glowing light.
Right, okay, I'm gonna just kind of fly backwards away, kind of to a point where I can treants see in the dark.
You are not sure.
Okay. Well, I'll just fly backwards. I'll fly away.
Fly
And, like
directly backwards, or are you just flying back to where you came?
yeah, I'll fly back to where I came.
Okay.
The number of
So
dice
many.
you rolled there is scary.
Oh, I rolled low on a lot of them. Does one of them's a nat 1, so I'm going to put that away. Does a 4 hit your armor class?
No.
Does an 11 hit your armor class?
No.
Does a 12 hit your armor class?
No.
Does a 23 hit your armor class?
Yes.
And guess which dice that was? It's true, it is the lucky dice.
Oh my god. Stop using the lucky dice on me, Nova.
Alright, roll damage. You take 8 points of piercing damage as an arrow sort of as you begin flying away, just sort of arrows sort of whizzing past you, but one of them sort of landing slightly like in sort of like your in the back of your calf as it sort of sticks into your leg. As now you hear a lot more shouting, sort of in this same sort of like say a similar sort of dialect to the rest of the shouting.
I'm just a bird, it's normal. I just flew in.
Yes, well now it is clay pigeon season. Right.
They're gonna kill me and eat me. Okay.
Yes.
Why does eat cross your mind then?
Well, some people
You
eat
shoot.
birds
What do you shoot birds for?
I don't know.
for their food.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
shoot
that's the
this
bird
bird
food,
and then
yum,
leave
yum,
its
yum.
corpse for the rest of the animals.
I mean, some people like.
We're getting off track. We're getting off
Put
track.
them
We're
on the
getting
wall.
off track, and we don't have too long.
Imagine
Yeah,
Rory
I'm
on the
gonna
wall.
just fly as fast as I can back
Okay.
to the rest of the party.
All right.
Up top, so no one can see me.
Okay, roll me a stealth check to try and be unseen.
Unseen.
That is a 12.
Hmm.
2, 3, 4, plus the other ones. Okay. As you try and sort of trying to get away, sort of flying up, trying to blend in with the shadows, you still see sort of shouting, and you still a few arrows here and there sort of being shot your way. 2 of which hitting.
Oh, no.
Which I'm assuming, does an 18 and a 19 hit your armor class?
Yes.
Okay. Roll their damage together. Oh, that's fine. It is 7 damage, piercing damage overall. There's 2 sort of arrows sort of hitting you in various sort of one of them sort of hitting you sort of close to the shoulder, and another one sort of kind of just nicking past you.
Okay. Do I get back to the party?
After a while, you think you lose whatever was trying to attack you, and you make it back to the party. Everyone, you see Rory coming back, sort of looking a bit more frantic, with a few arrows sticking out of them.
So
And the thing chasing her, just like.
no, I lost it.
She is
Wow,
significantly
that's
faster than a treant with a bunch of people
I'm
on
speedy.
it.
I'm speedy. Okay. So I think they might have seen me. But I got a good look. There are so many treants down there, like hundreds, and I think they're being used as like slaves. They're doing all this like work, and there are these constructions, and I flew over to one of them, and it had like this purple glowing light coming out of like these gaps in it. I think there's a room inside, and I couldn't get close enough to see because they saw me, but maybe that has something to do with whatever they're doing to the treants.
Yes, maybe inside of those rooms there is maybe that is where the wizards controlling the treants are, or something else it is. Like some sort of power source for the spell.
Yeah. I also saw something similar to one of those creatures we saw back in the forest. I'm not sure if it was the same kind of thing, but
You mean the one that went through the portal?
yes. I don't think it looks exactly the same, but something similar.
What is this creature?
I don't know. It was like looked similar to the one that went through the portal
Which portal?
in the forest when we put the magic into all the slots.
What? You're gonna have to explain a lot of stuff to me because I'm very confused.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
For fuck's sake! I was like, oh my god, baby's first roleplay, and then she's like, fucking idiot, remember that session of D&D, like, fucking hell. Anyway.
How did you not? Why did you
Right,
think
I
it was me asking
think,
that?
well, I think we should get out of the open. If we were seen, then they're likely going to be on alert. So, I suggest we climb up one of those towers or something. They seem to be rather lonely. Unless any of you have any other ideas.
Lonely isn't a reason.
I do still have spells. I still have some more magic.
Yes, maybe we should try. Well, did you find anything humanoid in our vicinity? Maybe we could.
Well, I mean, I doubt the treants were shooting her.
No, yes, but what I was saying is close to us, as maybe we could find someone on their own and convince them to tell us some things. That might be to our benefit.
Yeah, maybe. We could always use.
Also, I'm using my Pearl of Power to regain the spell slot I used on invisibility.
Alright.
We could always persuade them with a little bit of force if necessary.
I have a spell that could make them tell us stuff as well.
As do I.
If they didn't want to.
Now, well, let's go have a look about, I suppose. Let's try to be stealthy. Maybe, we should try to, pass by with, relative ease, maybe without trace. I'm not sure. He sort of looks at you, Spencer. What is the duration of Pass Without Trace again?
Up to an hour.
Okay, well, then it has worn off.
Right, yeah.
Wait, was she gone for an hour?
So you guys waited for the treants to leave, and then you sort of following behind them, and then you sent Rory off. It took her about half an hour with with doing everything she did.
Plane.
Plane. I hear the same plane.
Wow.
Anyway, what do you do, Spencer?
Right, yes, of course. I'll cast it again, I guess.
Okay. Alright, I suggest that we see what we can find and see if we can find some poor soul that we can question. Okay. Are you guys gonna roll stealth? Like say?
Yeah.
Am I gonna? Are we recklessly stuff there?
25.
Oh.
With the plus 10.
Oh. 35.
28.
21.
Oh, and Bolly got
26. Guys, I'll be back in a second.
Bolly got 31.
20.
Alright. Okay, where should we look first?
We probably shouldn't go to a too crowded area.
Wait, I'm confused. I missed something.
What are you confused?
I missed something.
What have you missed?
What are we doing?
For fuck's sake.
My mom just came in with food, sorry.
Okay.
And
We're looking for someone to charm into telling us information.
Oh, I didn't miss that. Did hear that.
Yeah.
Blank.
Alright. Okay, let's get a vantage point for all of us and try to look. As he sort of begins moving off to the right towards one of the sort of high scaffolds. And begins scaling it.
Yeah.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
Can I make a perception check to see if I can see any lonely people?
Are you just sort of still where the party is?
Well, I'll follow Milan.
Okay.
I'll fly after him.
Yes.
Kind of.
Alright. Okay. As you follow after Malon, you sort of reach at the top, sort of perching slightly, looking about the place. You give me a perception check.
15.
Okay. You see a few figures that you can see. You're not sure whether they're lonely or not, if they're alone. Malon sort of reaching the top, sort of hopping up with a slight tap of his feet as he crouches down next to you and begins to sever the area as well. Okay. What are the rest of you are doing?
I can't really
Yes, I
see
lost
now.
it. Look around.
You can because you have
You can't because
dark
we did it
vision.
Oh, yeah.
again.
Because
We
he
have dark
wasted a significant fucking spell slot. Grumble. Anyway. Dark vision, an amazing second level spell. Anyway. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I kind of look for someone closer to the ground?
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, that is a 17.
17.
Can I try and find stand somewhere like in between where most of the enemies are, most of the treants and stuff are, and where the rest of us are, so I can see if they start coming over.
Okay,
Or
so you want to
other
just
guys
keep an eye on the
going
tree
around
ants and
us.
make sure they're not coming towards you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Just kind of keep a lookout.
All right. What is Spencer and Turf doing?
I'll probably do the same as Cyril and look to kind of keep people back.
Okay. And Spencer?
Oh, I don't know. I'll follow Mistral or something.
Okay.
Because I
Mistral,
rolled really low in my stealth, so that is very helpful.
as you walk off slightly and look about, you do notice what seems to be a person in a sort of a darkened hood with a few red adornments onto the sides. They seem to be sort of leaning against one of the scaffolds with a smoking pipe in their hand.
Is it just the one person?
Give me another perception check.
Okie That is a 7.
Looking around slightly, you can't see anyone.
I'm going to lean over to Spencer. So, how do you want to play this? Do we just walk up there, create a distraction? Oh, we could pretend to be from management and to do an inspection.
I'm sorry.
Why are you saying sorry? Are you okay? Why are you saying sorry?
No, it's nothing.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, that sounds fun, but not exactly safe.
I would cast the spell, but I don't know how many people are there. And it's kind of a verbal spell, so I don't want to accidentally have someone overhear us.
Stop fucking metagaming. You can see one person. They look like they're on their own.
Can I look over at the person and see?
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's 13.
That's 13. Okay, they look like they're on their own.
You know what? I'm pretty sure it's just him. I mean, he's not talking to anyone. He's just smoking his pipe. And people who smoke pipes don't like to smoke pipes in the company of others. And if they do, then the other people are normally smoking with them. So I'm pretty sure they're by themselves. Possibly.
Yeah. I do recommend sneaking up on them or something. But
Wanna rock, paper, scissors? if one of us wins, then we see if we can trick them to get a loan, and if the other person wins, then we can cast a spell and get them to go alone.
all right. How are we gonna do?
Just rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then as shoot, just immediately say what you threw.
Okay, yeah.
We are
I don't like
whispering
the
this
sound
though,
of
so
that.
no one can hear us. We are whispering this. Okay.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper.
Scissors.
We forgot to say who was what.
What does that mean? I suppose the one who wins is the one who chooses.
Oh, that's perfect. So you get to choose. Go ahead.
But-
What are we doing?
I'm afraid.
Hey! Is there anyone over there?
Oh,
Come out.
okay, Spencer, stay here. Okay, I got this. If anything happens, go warn the others. Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna walk out. Yes, you called.
He looks at you, drops his pipe, begins to draw his sword.
Whoa.
How far away is he? How far away is he?
From you, about
Yeah.
30, about 20 feet.
Listen, when I got sent down here,
I run at him, and I stop him.
Okay, he's like, whoa, stay where you. Whoa! As this large orc man begins rushing at him, go ahead and make an athletics check to like grapple him.
Oh shit! That's not good. Athletics. That's still just 9.
Okay,
while this is happening, I cast Charm Person.
that's
Well,
a wisdom
it's
save,
charging
right?
at this point. Yes, it is a Wisdom save of 13.
Okay, well that's a natural 20.
Frick.
Oh shit!
And so as you begin running at him, Spencer, you sort of try to dive to tackle him, but he's simply like, he's a bit farther away than you thought, and so just sort of, as you just sort of slide on your face up towards his feet, as he just looks down like.
Okay. I know this looks bad. Hear me out. That over there is my bodyguard. See, I'm very important. I was sent down here to see how the
He begins slowly
everything was
reaching
kind of
his
going.
other hand behind his back.
No.
And when I cast the spell, I know what it looked like. Thing is, I was aiming for my bodyguard because he doesn't really listen to me. But of course, it's kind of dark down here. He was running.
And
There were swords,
slowly
and I
pulls
kind of
out
missed.
a horn.
Are you not even gonna let me make a deception roll for
How
this?
fast
Come
can
on.
I
Go
stand
ahead
up?
and roll your deception roll. He has not done
How
it
fast can
yet.
I stand up? How fast can I stand up?
Wait, let's see what happens here. That is a nat 20, baby.
Simply with
Oh
his
my
sword and horn in hand, like, what? What are you doing down here? Who are you?
Excuse you, is that any way to talk to me? Do you have any idea how high up I am in the ranks? I could end you and your entire bloodline like this. Right?
Another deception check.
Just like I'm more powerful than you.
I'm more powerful than you.
I could
That's an
end your
18.
bloodline like
Get it? Because I'm a blood hunter? Hey.
Oh no.
He simply looks at you and says, Listen, I've never seen you around here. What?
Do you think they send any old person down here? You think they would want me to be here with all of the treants? Okay, this isn't my type of place. Upper management.
here?
Okay. Why am I here? Because this was supposed to be due days ago, and it's still busy going on. You come with me right now. I need to take you up. I need someone that's been down here and knows what's going on, so you can explain to the person in charge why this is taking so long.
What? Listen, lady, you could talk to my boss. We were told
No,
that
boss
this was. We were told that this construction was due. The Treants are working on it. We're not. We're just supervising.
Oh, you might be supervising. You think I can go and ask the treant why it's taking so long? It's a tree. Do I look like I speak with plants? No. Okay. I'm sorry. Anger management. I've been taking classes. I'm getting there. Terribly sorry.
Right.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I,
What exactly do you do around here?
We've been overlooking the tree ends. We've been felling a few trees that aren't tree ends.
Mm-hmm.
I was just moved down here with the rest of them. Now that the blockade's finished.
Mm-hmm. Right, that is perfect. Right, I may have spooked you a little bit. I am terribly sorry.
Yeah.
Also, terribly
Is your
sorry.
friend gonna get up? Is he okay? Is he dead?
Oh, he's fine. He's fine.
Grace.
Right.
I'm just gonna walk over to this person, like sling an arm around their shoulders and start leading them towards the group. Right, so what's your name, kid?
Give me another perception. Persuasion roll.
Persuasion, okay. That's okay, because all of these are +5. That is 19.
Okay. He simply, Daniels, can I ask what your, forgive me, I've never, met anyone, probably high up, so I don't really know what is it you're often doing? Why are you down here?
Listen, if I had to tell you that, I'd have to kill you. I don't think you want to die.
He kind of flinches
Stop
slightly.
freaking out.
You sort of noticing now being this close. He is a human guy. He's got like sort of a brown sort of messy hair. He seems pretty not massively young, but he doesn't seem very. He seems a bit out of his element.
Listen, kid, I'm sorry. I don't mean to spook you or anything. It's just so different talking to people down here, because up there, constantly everyone's on a power trip trying to prove that they're better than everyone. You know, you gotta have that outgoing confidence, take charge sort of thing. So I'm sorry if that might have spooked you a bit. I'm still leading him slowly towards the rest of the party. But I'm gonna stop just before he can actually see them. Because I don't think I'd be able to persuade him that they are also upper management.
Okay.
Right, so there is, of course, one other person I need you to talk to, my boss. As I mentioned earlier when we were first talking, Spencer, buddy old pal, can you go to the boss?
Right.
You know he is elf, kind of annoying, one with the face.
Okay, as you say that, you hear, I'm offended, as a hand sort of dropping down, sort of pushing the guy out of your shoulders down onto the ground as this sort of light begins sort of shining from his hand that is pushing him down. And okay, he's simply now sort of getting up, sort of pulling the guy up, sort of. How about you tell us what you know, yeah? And sort of pushes him back. He sort of stumbles backwards and says, sure. What do you want to know? He goes, let's start with what you're making here. Well, they don't really tell us. We sort of look at, they get the treants to do everything. Some of the more delicate stuff they get us to do, but, I'm not really I'm new here. Right, yes. And your bosses, where are they? Well, they're down further in the cave, I think. Again, I usually sleep in the barracks a bit further down there. But the glowing thing, yeah, that's where the big bosses usually. I think. Like, I've never been in there. It's kind of weird, but yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Now, Malon sort of looking at you, Mistral.
Yeah. When the thunder's done being loud.
Go on.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say something. He's just looking at me.
Yeah, he's looking at you sort of with your turn to be the good cop, bad cop sort of thing.
Yeah, he's a bit intense. But you know how it is. I explained it earlier. I'm pretty sure your boss isn't that great. I'm gonna be honest.
No, yeah. He killed Frank yesterday. That was a bit
Oh, not Frank.
Yeah.
Man, he was my favorite.
Yeah, he was mine as well. He was my dad.
Your dad never mentioned you before. My condolences.
Yeah, I buried him.
Oh,
Yeah,
your
eventually.
dad didn't mention you.
You must not have been the favorite child.
Yeah, well, my sister's always getting the praise. All in her.
Oh,
yeah, I know,
sisters.
Yeah,
Tell me about it. I've got
Yeah,
a sister
she's-
too.
yeah.
She runs the world.
honestly, yeah, she's off in Alterial actually at the moment.
Mm.
She's well, she's making a bit of money, but you know,
Mm.
you can
Mm.
only make so much money when selling yourself, I suppose.
You know, it's actually funny I should bump into you like this.
Oh yeah,
'cause
you
you know
met
Frank.
you know my dad, yeah.
Oh yeah, good guy. I'm sad I didn't get to speak to him much. It was mostly when I came down every now and then. Tell me, do you enjoy working here?
Well, I've only been working down here for about a day or two, so I don't really know. I mean, the work conditions so far have not been the best, but it's not like horrible.
Mm-hmm.
One of the others,
I'm just-
Frank was actually talking about unionizing, and yeah.
Ooh, best not let that get out
No,
here.
no,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
we've been hearing about that a lot as well. And from what I heard, they want to retrench any people that want to become unionized.
Yeah, I figured that. But yeah, I mean, the boss, he's a bit of a dick, but it seems like his boss is a bit more of a dick. It's like you know how bosses are, like long string of dicks.
Yeah, I can't comment because my boss is standing right next to me.
He sort of like
I'm
smiles
just
at
imagining
Malon.
like a string of sausages, but it's just it.
Oh god, connected by like little bits of. No, I can't. No,
Yeah, no.
no. Anyway, Malon sort of says, "What is that glowing thing? If you know." He simply goes, yeah, I don't know. I really don't. It'd be my boss you would have to talk to. I don't know his name. He's really weird. He doesn't talk much. Well, I don't know. Is it he really? They? It? I don't know. They kind of just sort of glide from place to place, and you know, like the term glide, sort of like, oh, they don't stay in one place. No, they literally glide from one place to another. It's really weird. But yeah,
Hey, Daryl, Daniel, Denise? Daniels, that's right. So, I need to have I'm just gonna lean in close and whisper to him. I need to have a quick word with my boss, you see. He's very particular about who knows what. In fact, last week, he straight up ordered the execution. Lovely little girl. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. And like, kept secret. So can you like, put your fingers in your ears real quick while I talk to him?
yeah, sure. He sort of puts his fingers into his ears.
Right, so Milan,
Yep.
anything else you want to ask him?
Well, he doesn't seem to know much.
I want him to lead us to the boss.
I'm afraid he won't take routes that would avoid us being seen like that. He is charmed at the moment, obviously, but...
Yes, he is.
No,
Indeed.
I realised that you were trying to persuade him. I charmed him.
Oh. That's
He
why
sort of
we need to
looks at-
communicate, because I didn't know about that.
I dropped down, pushing him into the dirt, and a light came shining. What did you think I did? That's not the point at the moment. The point is, he doesn't seem to know much, but... I don't know. Do we want to kill the kid, or do we want to...
No, I most definitely do not want to kill this kid.
Okay, good. I don't want to either.
Kill
Okay, we could.
Shut up, Tereth.
We
Right.
could always ask him to show us a path that would make us not see, with him being charmed, you know.
We could also ask him to lead his boss to us. Set an ambush.
That is true. But would the boss come to us willingly, though? Why would he listen to?
Because you told him you were upper management and that you were sent from a different location. I'm sure that will either bring the boss here because, well, thinking of upper management, or it will bring the boss here with multiple other troops thinking they're intruders.
I don't like the second option. Any other plans? That's 250-50.
Well, I'm
So he
all
said he doesn't
ears.
know where the boss is, so how would he be able to bring the boss to us?
Melon sort of moves over to the guy, sort of holding like his wrist, sort of pulling his ears out, and says, "Do you know where your boss is, actually?"
I mean, kinda. He sometimes is around. I could try and find him, but honestly, like, it's difficult and he's really scary. He always goes like at everyone. It's really weird.
Oh, I've got an idea. Can you put your fingers back in your ears?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks. What if we steal his clothes and pretend to be one of the people that are working? What if we get him to bring his best friend? We steal both their clothes. Wait, we can get clothes for everybody, and then we all walk together. Try and find the spot.
Just steal all the enemies' clothes. What are they gonna do then?
Well, what are we going
A
to...
bunch of naked enemies just all saying
Shut
that,
up! What are we going to do with the naked... what are they? Are they cultists? Are they... I don't think... This doesn't seem like a cult. This...
Should we
This
just
doesn't.
ask him real quick?
He sort of pulls his hands out of his ears again. Is this a cult?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. My dad was the reason I came here, and he's dead.
But, I mean, they seem to be doing something. I mean, like, I was told that we're bettering the future by helping, and that,
Sounds very culty. A lot of propaganda.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like a cult.
You.
Isn't that like the #1 sign of a cult or something though?
Yes. I mean, it's quite nice. I mean, most of the other, I mean, they call us, I think it's Watchers. They call us the new guys. The rest of the Watchers, they're kind of nice. Quite swell guys. I mean, one of them's covering for me right now because I wanted to have a smoke, but yeah.
So tell me, hypothetically,
Mhm.
if somebody from a side that didn't support your side
Yeah.
to come up to you and offer you a place within their team, so that, you know, say for example they snuck in, and they were offering you this because, you know, talking to you liability sort of thing, would you accept it and not rat on them? The other people.
I mean, I don't want to be like a bad guy, but like, I also don't want to like. I mean, my dad was part of these people, and they have really good dental. Like, no, I mean, fuck, I'm going with it. And they have quite good dental. I mean, like, I did drop my pipe in the water, so, well, it's a puddle, but still. I mean, if I could, I don't know, like...
Listen, you should
This is
not be
hypothetical.
smoking. Your father would not want you to be. Yeah, that's totally hypothetical.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a survey we're doing on morale
Oh, of course, yeah.
on here.
And, like, I'm assuming, like, how loyal the troops are, yeah?
Yeah. Because we need loyal troops. Otherwise,
Oh,
we're
of
gonna end up
course, yeah.
more people like your dad, and that's one thing we don't want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Good to hear. Right,
Yeah.
fingers back in.
Yeah. And he puts his fingers back in his ears.
Right. So I was thinking about what you were saying. What are we gonna do with all the naked men? And we can't charm all the
Well, I know
Very
one
sad.
thing we could do with the naked
My
man.
God. Right. The amount of jokes I want to make right now.
What if we sent in one person to kind of find this boss, or to like kind of assist the situation more using this guy's clothes?
I mean, if we
'Cause
have the
he
spell
is already
that
charmed.
if we have a spell that would allow us to change our appearance, that would circumvent the need for clothes, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? If only we had a spell like that.
Yes. Imagine,
Oh
like,
wait, I have a.
if we had a spell that would be allow us to disguise ourselves, then we could certainly make it in there. Though some people here do not have that spell.
Oh,
So,
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I reach into my bag and I pull out a little box and I'm like, from the box I whip out a fake mustache and just slap it on my face. What about disguise kits? I think
Is
I've got
that-
some
is
like
that a
googly
children-
eyes in
is
here,
that just
a
children?
beard.
Okay. Right. It's like a fucking like Hasbro children's like like a spy kit. Like change your appearance in just 2 easy steps. Anyway. Right. And what do we do about this fine chappie? The disguise not the disguise. The charm will last about an hour. He's not, well, he's a bit too innocent for us to kill, obviously.
Murder.
We could tie him up somewhere.
Gag him so he can't speak.
I'm not there, so I
What
can't.
if we get him out of this place? He doesn't seem.
I mean, he said they got good dental. It's hard to find a place that gives you that.
It is, but I believe that a kid like that who was brought in it because of his dad, he said,
Mm.
Who then got murdered.
he also seems
Oh.
a little bit indoctrinated.
And he's got that jealousy from his sister. We can use that. We can play on that. And bring that in, convince him to go out and do something to beat his sister. What she's doing.
Didn't
Was manipulation wrong in this situation?
Well, that is certainly a plan, though he will have to find his way out, which will be difficult in the Underdark.
You don't know a way out.
Yeah. Will he?
He will. He works. He might even know what closed up that giant hole that we walked in through. Just ask.
He pulls the fingers out of his ears and says, "What is that? What is with the door that closed behind us?" He goes,
Oh, that? Well, they call that the mouth.
Because it looks like a. Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, it
That's
does, it does.
clever.
No, it's an enchanted sort of doorway, I think the guy said. One of the older guys.
What?
Sorry, that was very clever.
It's just in,
They're in the
It was
background,
in
like
the
evil
background
laughter.
transforming into a witch.
"Yeah." He sort of says,
One of the older guys. He sort of said it's like an enchanted doorway that well, there's rumors. There's rumors that there's rumors that that it's like alive or something. But I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. But they did in fact say it's called the Hellmouth. They call it because like, oh, welcome to hell. It's like a joke that you say to newbies. But yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it's actually a gate to hell. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie,
Probably.
I think it might actually be a gate to hell. Not gonna lie.
Considering
I mean,
what they're
he was-
building.
You're like, yeah, I know Frank, and then it's like, Frank's my father. See? It's hell.
Yeah, it's weird. It's really weird. There was this one time where I was helping. Well, it was literally 2 days ago, but still. I was helping bring through a few things that the treants were a bit too big to be like carrying, like fragile stuff, you know. And I could have sworn I saw like kind of saliva kind of stuff coming off one of the teeth. It was really weird.
I mean, that's kind of how stalactites are formed from liquid dropping off. I wouldn't say it's saliva per se.
Yeah, well, it's sideways, is my thoughts. That
I mean, if this was a giant mouth, I feel like it would smell a lot more intestine in here.
The mouths smell like intestines.
yeah, I mean, probably, but you know, it's probably just a fancy cave entrance.
Yes, it's most definitely just a fancy cave entrance. We, of course, already know the answers to all these questions we have been asking you. We're just checking that you know them. I need to put that out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're the hired guy, aren't you? So, and you're her boss, right? He sort of looks at you slightly and, yes, I am her boss. We have been called down to survey most of the troops and make sure that everything is okay and as it should be. Ah, okay, yeah. I don't know whether I should be like saluting you or anything. We haven't really been taught about etiquette when we're talking to the higher ups. The guy who gave us our initiation just said like, "You'll be dead by the time you see them." Like, you know.
Oh, well, I've got great news for you. No, I'm kidding. We like to joke.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, like, hellmouth, you'll be dead by the time you see him. You know, these people seem to have quite a good sense of humor.
We gotta get this kid out.
So, tell me. I'm actually. It's just, fingers back in the air. So,
Sure.
So what do we do with this kid, though? Should we just leave him? Should we tie him up? We get him out?
This spell will work for an hour. I assume we will be here for a bit longer than that. He seems a bit gullible. I could drop the... if I drop the charm, he will know he was charmed.
Well, I mean, he seemed okay with me before you put the spell up. Maybe I could stay with him and make sure he doesn't decide to blab even once the spell is gone.
Yes, but that would mean that you would be preoccupied in case we got into a fight, and you are an effective fighter.
Ah, that's true. I don't want to like have to kill this poor kid.
No, we should not kill him.
Be right back. I'm gonna be like 5 minutes or something.
He is far too innocent of this place. From at least what I've seen, these treants are enslaved. This place is foul.
I don't know what else we could do though besides gagging him and tying him up. That wouldn't get him to go and call other people and be like, "Hey, I was charmed." Is there a place we could kind of stash him? Can I look around to see if there's a
give me a perception
little
check.
hole in the wall? When it rolls. That is a 17.
17. You looking about, you see up. It's pretty high up. You reckon it'd be difficult to get down. You can see this sort of and get up. You can see this sort of sort of out in like sort of little small cave type thing that is up on the wall a bit.
So what about... Okay, there's a cave up there. What if we tie him up, gag him, put him in that cave over there?
Well, that
Once
could
we're done with him.
certainly work, and we could come back and bring him with us. And though he would think he has been kidnapped, and so...
Well, I've got this down. Don't worry. I got this. I know this.
Right.
Can you do the thing? I don't really want to
Drop
touch
the
him.
thing illusion. He did.
No,
Oh.
the hands out of the ears thing.
Right, yes. He sort of pulls the hands out of the ears.
Right. So, wait. Do you have any other final questions you'd like to ask him, sir?
What are the rest of the troops like you? Here, the rest of the watchers. I mean, kinda. Not like some of them are older than me. Some of them are a bit mean, but most of them are pretty swell people. They're a bit rude sometimes. I mean, there's this one guy. He doesn't even like look at me. He refuses to tell me his name. Well, Dad told me to sort of stay away from him, but yeah.
Let me guess, an elf.
No, actually, a tiefling.
Oh.
Yeah. Sort of, you get a sort of a bit of a sharp nudge in the sort of side of the rib cage by Malon.
Ow! What the? Yeah. Sir, I think your arm may have slipped.
Yes, I think it might have. At any rate,
Carol, Daniels.
yeah. What?
Daniel.
What's that?
What? No one talks to my grandson like that. What is the name of this tiefling? We will go and sort them out immediately.
I don't know. He refused to tell me his name. He's a bit of a dick.
What does he look like?
He's a sort of a bluish tiefling. He's got these sort of curly sort of horns that sort of go over and back. He's got like two he's got looks like a dagger and a mace. He's got the usual cloak that they give us. He also is he's a bit like weird. He's sort of like he sort of like when he doesn't think people are looking. He's sort of like goes over and talks to the boss and doesn't die. So I don't know what's going on with that.
So you're telling me that wait, what do you mean doesn't die? Hold on, backtrack. What?
Well, the boss is a bit he killed Dad. He killed those other guys.
I thought you meant that like people walk up to the boss and they just spontaneously combust or something like that.
No, that would be silly. No, he killed a treant when we were walking. And he just sort of,
You saw him kill this treant. Did he use magic or weapons?
I don't know. I couldn't really see. I just saw him like scamper up the treant, go to its head, and then it just fell forward. And he told everyone to pick up the things it dropped. And because it was like a slow one. It was like had really thick legs and sort of really heavy. And obviously
body shaming the poor treants. So I've got things there.
He doesn't seem to like how other people are. But he's certainly something.
I see. I had another question I wanted to ask about. Right. So, do you know where about this blue tiefling likes to hang out?
Wherever he's stationed. I was stationed around here. There was a few other guys who were stationed somewhere near. We're meant to sort of like blow the horn and stuff if we see anyone like around. Like when I like I was gonna do that. Like I put in a bit of a deeper voice when you guys came a bit nearer. To sort of like try and.
Good thing you didn't blow that horn, else you would have been in big trouble.
Yeah, like we were told, never blow the horn if it's not an emergency. So
I mean, can you imagine that you blew that horn and everyone here had to stop what they were doing just to
Yeah.
find out that blowing the horn wasn't necessary?
Yeah, it's like the that old guy said. It's the boy who cried wolf. He cried wolf too many
Yeah.
times, then he got hung by his entrails.
I must have heard a different version of that
Oh yeah,
story.
my dad told me that version. He said that boys who cry about wolves die. And
Swell. Oh,
yeah.
that trend Tyrone.
Frank.
Frank, that Frank
Yeah.
always had a sense of humor.
I thought he was joking as well until that guy started talking about wolves, and yeah.
And he was hung by his entrail. Right. So you said he would have been where he was stationed, right? So now, yes, I'm well aware of how the system works. See, now when I was asking you where he likes to hang out, I meant where is he stationed? Because I don't have a chart just filled with everyone's positions.
I don't have it on me, but there is sort of like a list. Again, I don't really know their name, so yeah.
You're telling me you had a list with this guy's name on it, but you never bothered to learn his first name.
I didn't know which one was him. I knew my name, and I knew my dad's name, and I knew a few other guys' names, but
How many tieflings could possibly be down here?
I mean, like, it doesn't, like, have their race on the name. It just sort of has their name. Like, Daniels, Frank, you know.
No, but, I mean, have you ever met a dragonborn by the name of Daniels? Daniels is clearly a human name.
Oh, yeah, but there's plenty of other names that are a bit exotic sounding, and there's, like, I think there's, like, 3 tieflings, and I don't really know what a tiefling sounding name is.
Okay. 3 tieflings, you say. Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what race the boss is. He's sort of, like, in that sort of cloak thing. Like, why is he allowed to wear that? Like, we have to wear these cloaks with these sort of, like, red thingies on them, and he sort of puts his arms up as, like, showing the sort of cape. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but, like, weird.
Well, I mean, imagine if everyone went around wearing the exact same capes. You wouldn't know who anyone is in this position. But back to your boss's cape. What does your boss's cape look like?
Well, it's a big cloak thing that you can't really see through, and it's got a bunch of, like, tassely bits that float about, and he sort of, like, floats along the ground. And...
Color, man. I need a color.
Black.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Because we color code these systems for ranking,
yeah.
so I need to know the stuff.
I have the bit of red, so I'm a watcher, yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
But, he's really scary.
So, boss, sir, any other questions before we move on to the next candidate?
Wrap this up? Yes.
I think we've got all the information that we need.
Yes, you have been a very good use to us, and well, we hope you do not end up like your father. Have you ever thought about pursuing a different line of work?
I mean, I wanted to be a clockmaker. I really wanted to do that, but
that would have been so cool.
Yeah,
a little one with a little bird that suddenly pops out.
Yeah, those are my favorite ones. My mom used to have one of those until my dad said it looked a bit too much like an animal, and he broke it with a hammer.
Dad, I remember your dad very differently.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna do an emergency training exercise because you see, you did not react the way a watcher was supposed to react previously. So now we need to do a drill.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just consider it like you failed a test, you're doing a retest kind of thing, just to see.
Is this? I hope this is this going on my record or anything?
Listen, just between you and me, I think you're my favorite down here. So
really?
Yeah. Just keep listening out for any good things to come your way. But in order for me to give you said good things, you need to do exactly as I say, so that I can give you the perfect score.
Right,
this
yeah.
next test. Right. So we're gonna tie you up. This is a case and a situation where if a watcher had to get kidnapped, right? Because people would walk down here and want to kidnap people. So I'm gonna tie you up. Actually, my boss is gonna tie you up because I feel like he has better rope tying skills than me.
Right, am I meant to try and break out then?
No, you are not. See, number one thing when being kidnapped, while I'm explaining this, can Milan tie him up?
Yeah. He sort of pulls out a large length of rope and a few pieces of a cloth, and sort of says like, right. While she's explaining, I'll just start doing this.
So, number one thing to remember when you get kidnapped:
be
calm. Be calm. Right.
Okay.
If you fight against the people kidnapping you, they could hurt you, they could kill you, and then how are you supposed to warn the rest of the people?
Yeah.
Right?
That makes sense.
I remember when your mom told you that if you ever got separated in public, you just stay exactly where you are and wait. Because if you go looking for her and she goes looking for you, guys could walk past each other. And that's the same thing in this situation. When you get kidnapped, you need to stay where you are, be quiet, be calm. If you yell out and you yell for help, the kidnappers could get angry and kill you. We don't want you to die.
Yeah. And that would put a bad name on the company. Is it a company? I don't know. I don't know if it's a company.
You don't need to know.
Okay.
But yes, it would give us a bad name. So we're gonna tie you up. I'm gonna gag you as if we were kidnappers, which we're not. But if we were, then we're gonna put you somewhere. Now remember, sit there, be quiet, and wait. If someone else comes to you asking if you're okay, just give them a thumbs up. Tell them everything's fine. Don't tell them everything's fine because you'll be gagged. But just let them know that everything's fine. We will come back to get you done. If you are still there, still nice and quiet, perfect score. We are your mom. We are looking for you in the grocery store.
Okay. What's a grocery? I don't. I like. As sort of Melon sort of finishes up tying him, you see he's pretty good at it. He's sort of like tied the wrists together and tied sort of the elbows together, so he's like.
Ooh,
He's got lots of experience.
He's sort of again
Knows
tied
how
the.
to tie knots.
He's tied
Yeah,
the
he's got
ankles
lots of
together, the
experience in
knees
that.
together, and he's sort of tied the ankles and the wrists together.
I'm just gonna kind of nudge him and be like, "Damn, it doesn't take a lot of guesses to find out what's your kink." Anyways, let's go stash the body.
Yep.
I mean person, not body. You can still hear me.
You see his head sort of tilt go.
I can't hear you. I don't know why you're talking to me. Right, let's get him up there.
Yeah, he sort of like lifts him slightly and
I'm so sorry that took long. I just wanted to get as much info about this place as I could.
Did you say that in character or did you say that as an
No,
actual
I'm
project?
saying that to everyone here that had to sit there and listen.
No, that was so much fun.
That's funny. Wait, you was just like, oh, Frank was my father. I was just like, sorry, I just found that so funny. I don't know why. Great.
God, that was completely on the spot.
Frank was my father.
No, I mean like on the spot of making the character.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was absolutely brilliant if you did that right then and there.
Yeah.
And because before you were like, oh, I know Frank. Frank's my friend, and then you're like, my father. And I'm like,
That was amazing.
no.
Right, so is he in the hole in the wall? Oh wait, are we taking his clothes?
No, why would you take
Wait, are we? No, it's
Him
just guys.
blend in.
just like leave like a random
Guys.
script guy in the middle of nowhere, just like
It's a training exercise. It's fine.
Wow,
It's
this
not,
is like
they're
this is the epitome of D&D naked and afraid.
exactly.
No, but okay, I'm gonna say this in character. Wait, are we taking his clothes? Are we gonna disguise as him in case we run into someone else? Fingers in the ears,
Disguises would be
Daniel.
useful,
How
but
many times I have to tell you?
My hands are tied.
Melon's sort of like, how he's holding him, he's sort of like, I think we let him keep his clothes, as I would have to undo him to get them off of him, and I do not have much experience in undressing other men.
But a fool.
Yeah, right. You don't.
Really?
Yeah, right. You
Really?
don't.
Right, yes, I realise that is that is the easiest joke of your life. Let us just hide him away.
Right. Okay, I was just making sure in case we ran into someone that we could have like
We
I
can
don't know,
disguise
a
ourselves,
reason.
though.
It's
At least I assume you
fine, but
can.
I don't know what your spells are. Okay, I don't
I
know
don't
if you
know
can
your
suspect-
D&D spell list.
I have
This guy
a
figure out
mustache
we're
in a
not good
bag.
people anymore. This guy's probably figured out we're bad people.
I mean, he's drowned. That's
He's
the problem.
charmed.
Oh, I forgot about that.
When he is uncharmed, maybe, but
Like, how?
My
we
headphones
should-
just ran out of battery, so can we end soon?
Sure.
Sure thing.
Wait, what ran out of battery? Your phone?
My headphones.
Oh.
So I've just got you on a speaker.
I want to finish at 9.
Alright, we'll say you managed to sort of hide him away, sort of this little cubby sort of.
But just for brevity's sake,
Yeah.
instead of having to go back and do all of that, can we just like work in the story somewhere that being charmed was part of the drill? Just for when he becomes uncharmed, that he might not be like, wait a minute, they charmed me, and then remember that we said it was part of the drill. And he's like, oh wait, it's part of the drill. Let me just sit here quietly.
I'll have him make an intelligence check because he has very low intelligence. I'll say that.
I just want to like tie up any loose ends.
No, you just like the character. You like him, and don't want him to be the object of your downfall.
I don't want him to be the object of my downfall, because then I will have to kill him.
Anyway, so spinning on slightly, you and Malon sort of like quickly sort of tying him up. Sort of Malon's sort of like behind a few rocks to avoid like lights shining through. Makes a little fire for him to sort of so he doesn't get too cold, and sort of makes like sort of ties him to a sort of stalactite to make sure he can't move too much or wriggle.
You
Right.
guys are bullying him nicely, and that's not okay.
That should keep him there. Should we blindfold him as well?
Should we? I think it's necessary. Spencer, do you want to weigh in?
Fucking Spencer's. I mean, both of you. I'll say for brevity's sake, you guys managed to climb up. Did Spencer follow?
Yeah.
Sure. You're there.
Should we blindfold him? What do you think?
I don't know if that's necessary.
I trust him. This is not necessary. It's not necessary.
He sort of goes over to the guy. Sort of
Just
like
gonna
pat.
ask the guy if he
gives-
wants to be blindfolded.
Gives him a pat on the head and sort of like ruffles his hair slightly, and then sort of pulls out a bit of fabric and ties it round his head and sort of fastens it. Right, I think that blindfolding him is for the best, at least.
So we're clear. I only said you were my boss for the bit. You are in no way,
Oh no,
see you as an authority figure.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you cannot be talking to higher authority like that. And I'm expecting that. I'm expecting that paper in a few weeks.
I'll show you a paper. Anyways, go find the others.
Yes, let's. All right. If we want to end it there, we can. It's getting a bit closer to 9 now.
I mean, I guess it's a pretty right place to
Yeah.
end it.
Okay. Anyone have any objections to that?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, thank you for listening if you have. And this has been the Waiting List, the only podcast with literally one viewer. Who are you?